Hey guys, how's it going? This is SeabassCrew here, and I got a movie review for y'all. We're going to be reviewing Cowboys and Aliens. Now, this movie, it's directed by Jon Favreau, who isn't really famous for a lot of his filmography or anything like that, but this movie is okay. I mean, I wasn't really blown away by it, or nor less I was like thinking it was terrible, but it was all right. It was pretty good actually. I mean, let's talk about the pros about this movie. The actors in this movie. The two main actors in this movie, Harrison Ford and Daniel Craig. Two of the best action stars in this movie. They stole the show with this movie. I mean, the rest of the characters, you could pretty much just forget about them. I mean, they just suck. I mean, most of the characters you could just forget about, really. They're just useless. Useless characters. I don't see why Hollywood has to do something like that. Oh well, but the script actually fleshes out the characters pretty well. Script is, yeah, it's it really sets the movie up. So I'm not really gonna bash the script. Um, let's see, anything else? The special effects were really nice, actually. I mean, the aliens look really good. I love the idea of like having them open their chest out and like having arms come out and eat them. It's a very interesting alien. It's like an alien inside a protective shell around them. It's really cool. I really thought that was pretty cool. The aliens look awesome. The acting was okay. From Harrison Ford and Daniel Craig, they were great. I mean, they had great performances there. But for the other characters, it's okay. Some parts there should not have been made put in that spot at all. What really sells this movie though is just the special effects and just, the idea of cowboys versus aliens. Who's gonna win? Cowboys or the aliens? You would expect the aliens to win, right? Because they have sophisticated technology. They can probe people's minds. They can vaporize people away and everything like that. But you have cowboys who are just have guns. They have their hats on and everything like that. But it's an epic battle. Really, it is. Jon Favreau directed this movie really well, actually. I mean, the directing was actually pretty good. Executively produced by Steven Spielberg. I mean, what can I say about Steven Spielberg? He's one of the best directors of all time, of all in cinema history. Martin Scorsese is almost there, and James Cameron has potential since after he did Avatar and everything like that. But after he did Sanctum, it really kind of dropped his career a little bit. Never seen Sanctum before, so I'm really, I really wanted to see it though because it actually looked interesting. This is more of a sci-fi slash action film, mostly an action film because there's a few parts in there where there's talk, but most of it's action. And when it was action, the action scenes were just awesome to watch. I mean, everyone kicked so much ass in that movie. I mean, it was so freaking awesome. The CGI, I was really kind of like a little bit, you know, not I was expecting CGI, but I was kind of expecting cheap CGI. But the CGI was okay to say the least. I mean, the CGI was alright, but that's not really much to say because the special effects were really nice though. I mean, the art style and everything like that, the cinematography was alright, very Western like, and mixing the blue alien world with that really kind of made it interesting. I really love the spaceship, just the spaceship, how it's designed and what's inside it too, and it's pretty good. I mean, I really like that. I love the concept of the movie too, cowboys and aliens. But the characters, you have, who's the guy's name? But you have Daniel Craig's character, who is more or less like a quiet badass. I mean, he barely speaks at all to anybody. He'll only speak to a person that he rather talk to, like serious stuff about. For other people, he would just like rip their asshole in half, pretty much. He would just tear their asses to bits. Well, not necessarily, but he would beat the crap out of them, basically. And Here's a shocker though. Harrison Ford actually plays the bad guy in this one. Yeah, real shocker. Even though Harrison Ford has played some bad guys before, like he played the Russian captain in K-19, The Widowmaker, a very underestimated film. I mean, I really did not expect that film to be good, but it was great though. I mean, I enjoyed that film. That was an awesome movie that Harrison Ford is in. It's like almost every movie Harrison Ford is in is just is either amazing, great, or just okay. It's never terrible. I mean, I've never seen that movie that Harrison Ford has been in that was terrible, as far as I know. But Harrison Ford is just blew me away with the acting and his voice. I mean, between Morgan Freeman and Harrison Ford, it's a very tough choice because Harrison Ford is old, so is Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman's old also. They're old actors, but they are excellent actors. I mean, just A-list celebrities. I don't understand, but Morgan Freeman's more of the voices, and Harrison Ford's more of the kicking ass type. But that's all I really got to say about that part right there. But let's go to the cons I have about this movie. The characters. Some of the characters you could really care less about them. I swear to God, some of these characters you could just not believe them. You could just not think they're there. They're just there because they're there. They're not there for a reason at all. They're just put it in the movie. Like they could have put extras in the movie and no one would really notice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The character development, yeah, they should have put a little more character development in this movie. I mean, especially in Craig's character. Craig's character was more or less half developed. But Harrison Ford's character, I would love to see his past too. They didn't really dwell into his past that much. I really hated that part. I mean, why not just dwell into the past of Harrison Ford of like how he became a badass and everything like that? I mean, that would really like, set this movie up. And since they're friends actually. Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford become friends later on, which is kind of an interesting twist actually. Good guy working with bad guy, but working with the to beat the aliens. But um, no, nothing really much I could say about this review. I mean, it's just an alright movie. I mean, the plot really kind of was predictable to be honest with you. You could obviously tell what was going to happen next. I mean, it set itself up with some suspense a little bit, but then you could just obviously say, "Oh, something's going to happen." You know, you can just predict what's going to happen. I mean, the plot was predictable. It would have been nice if they developed the plot a little more into the aliens' perspective. I mean, I would love to hear like about the aliens and how they got down here and everything like that. That would have definitely set this movie up. I mean, to dwell into the aliens and most of the aliens because we don't know how they got here. They just came from space. That's all we know. It would have been a lot better to have, and since they try to add a little bit of that into the movie, it made the movie very, the plot was predictable. It really was predictable. I mean, you could obviously tell what was going to happen. Doesn't make it a bad movie though. No, but it doesn't make it an awesome movie though. But it's a great movie to watch. Just a fun a little matinee to watch once in a while. Should you see it in the theaters? Yes, definitely in the theaters for the best, quality, the best, experience. See it in the theaters. Renting this movie, yes, definitely rent this movie. I mean, rent it. I mean, there's nothing much you can expect out of this movie at all. It's just not. It's not worthy. It's worthy of a rent more than a buy because there was a few parts in there that really kind of like shouldn't have been there in the first place. But it was a great movie. It's great for the whole family too. What's up? Oh hey Julesy, how's it going? Wait, I'm gonna wrap this review up really short. It's about 9 minutes and 42 seconds here. Cowboys versus Aliens. An okay movie with one thumbs up and a thumbs down at the same time. Thumbs up for the acting, the cinematography, the special effects, the concept of the movie. But thumbs down for the character development and the plot was in the predictable plot and um just a few parts in the movie that really in the characters too. Some of the characters. So the rating, I'm not really much on ratings, but it's an alright movie. Pretty good actually. I mean, directing was great. Acting was spectacular from Ford and Craig, mostly Ford and Craig, because the rest you could pretty much care less about. Their performances was subpar. All right, some of the characters got really annoying, and I really expected them to die in that movie, really. But that's all I got to say about this review. And that's all I gotta say. I will see you guys later.